I love listening to motivational videos, especially of those of people who have actually made it in their life. I especially get drawn to creatives, actors, musicians, artists, and sometimes I also listen to scientists and businessmen. One thing that stands out when you listen to these guys talk is that they have put in a lot of work over an extended period of time, regardless of how they felt or regardless of the circumstances. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fake Guru. Today I have a new regalia, as you can see. I also have a Marvin. All this is courtesy to my better half. Yeah, one day you guys are going to meet us, you know. No worries. But today, let's stick to consistency. Denzel Washington says that to be successful, you must apply discipline and consistency. I think one thing that I've really struggled with ever since I completed my studies, my university studies, has been how do I become consistent as far as content creation, what I'm currently doing right now, is concerned. I believe my future is in what I do, is in my works on YouTube, Facebook, my voiceover work, my journalistic passion rather. And I think the reality of life, of having to hustle, to look for money, to pay your bills, take care of your family, and also at the same time chasing your passion and your goals, that reality has really struck me very hard. And because sometimes I come back home after a very long day of work, of hustling, and my mindset reads that, Scott, you need to chill out. You need to chill out. You've really overworked. And maybe I was not even overworking on something related to my craft. And so I end up postponing practicing my craft, and in the process my craft delays. This is something that has really pained me. Even in my sleep, when I'm sleeping, I'm just thinking, how can I create content? How can I stay relevant on my various social platforms? And so I went online and decided to research. I'm a philosopher and a scholar at the core. I do love body of knowledge so much. But when I was looking at consistency, because that's how I Googled it, consistency, I added the name Stoics because I believe Stoics were very apt people back in the day. The Stoic school of thought really has a very wise outlook of life and how people can manage themselves within life and be successful. So I went and Googled consistency according to the Stoics. What were they saying? And maybe to give you just a brief definition of who the Stoics were, Stoicism is a school of thought that hails in the ancient Greece and Rome about the 3rd century BC. It is a philosophy of life that maximizes on positive emotions, reduction of negative emotions, and helps people to hone their virtues of character. Its value has been tried and tested by very prominent people like George Washington, among others. Its principles may be from ancient times, but they're very relevant today, and they can really help someone be on their feet, stay grounded in this very distracting world. Stoics believed that in a world that is full of a lot of distraction, order is a prerequisite of excellence, and they advocated for routines and systems that can help anyone be very grounded and maintain a certain environment that can help someone be consistent throughout their life, especially when it comes to creativeness. Remember, this was a time when there were a lot of artists, musicians, scientists, and those people, and those people needed a kind of environment that is consistent and that can help them be productive day in, day out, and in the process achieve excellence almost every now and then. Anyone who knows me knows that I've been very inconsistent, especially when creating content. And sometimes I peg it down to an excuse that I'm looking for something that is near perfect, but I don't want to put a work out there that is not well done. And that has really hindered me. Time to face the facts, because so many times I've passed on stories that could be stories because I let my laziness take over me instead of I being in control. And as I was researching on this, because what I understand about my Fake Guru channel or content is I'm not perfect, and I'm trying to live from the inside out, so that you and I, by normalizing myself, you and I can actually find a solution to various problems that may be affecting the both of us. And so as I was researching, I went online and Googled how to be consistent, and various articles came up. I'm going to read it to you so that you see the various steps that can help you be consistent. And I want to apply these ones to my daily life and see how far I can go with it. So for the next maybe a month or so, I'll be trying to apply this to my life and then come with the results on camera. Maybe not just the results, I'll walk you through what I've tried to do. I think my biggest inconsistency has actually been manifested in how I create content, and it's a question of work ethic, because sometimes I have lots of free time, but I don't just commit to doing the work. I lack the motivation to actually do the work and create content for an audience that has trusted me as a voice that speaks the truth and wise words. I like to think I'm wise in some way. And so while I struggle with this, I've also felt I'm inconsistent in other facets of my life. And while these other facets are also important, right now the thing that really eats me, even when I go to bed, is content creation. And so when it comes to isolating the goal, the first goal that I want to isolate is to see how can I produce content consistently over an extended period of time. And so I think the first thing I'll do to actually get underway with this is to say maybe I want to produce content once every month, on camera content and also voice content, regardless of what content I'm producing. Whether it's the storytelling one that I do voiceovers, or is these ones that we converse here and talk about issues and find solutions to various things, and I pretend that I'm on a higher plane, I can advise you really. So those are kind of, it doesn't matter, either of those, I want just to produce one of them a month. So I'll track this goal for the next 2 months, beginning next month. Producing a video a month on the surface looks like a very simple thing to do, but there's a lot involved. Producing a video a month seems like something that is very simple on the surface, but there's a lot that is at play here, and there's writing of articles, shooting the videos that go with that article, editing the videos to fit your story. All those are things that are involved in producing a video. And however simple the video will be, in my case, I'll take it as a plus if I manage to actually produce in this very distracting world that I'm in right now. And so if I manage to do that in 1 month and we come back and track it, I will focus on the incremental improvements, the things that I've improved within the videos. The other thing that has actually gotten in the way of I producing videos has been my emotions. I let my emotions take center stage in almost everything I do, and sometimes when I'm motivated I do something, when I'm not motivated I don't do it. And it's such a bad place to be, because when it comes to chasing dreams and goals, your emotions are important, but you have to always be on top of them and them not being on top of you. There's one scenario that I don't really like. When I've actually produced a video, everyone is saying, "That's awesome work, Scott, that's awesome, yeah, you have a nice voice, and that video was quality, and that story was so inspiring." And so I get carried away by these comments, and I revel in the glory so much for a long time and delay in actually producing the next video. And that emotion of happiness really sits on me to actually be consistent in creating content. The other emotion is when I'm in agony of maybe not having finances in my hands, and so I pour myself into my craft as an outlet, so that my mind reads that if I pour myself here, the money will one day come in abundance. And so my craft becomes not about the substance that I'm actually sharing with my audience, but about the money, the finances. And that's a very wrong place to be. as a creative, because as creatives, money is important, yes, but to always be on top and do deep conscious work, you need to eliminate the money part of it and really focus on your craft, regardless of whether you're getting paid or not. And so one thing that I want to do in the course of my life is actually to find a way I can manage my emotions, not just for the 2 months that I'm setting the goal. The path to consistency is very, very hard, like every other path. And so I'm not just saying this to you, to me, I'm also saying it to you. I believe it's going to be very hard for you and I to actually achieve consistency in our areas of interest. And so whenever we miss a day or a time to actually commit ourselves to our craft or whatever we are doing, we really need to be kind to ourselves, because whenever I miss a moment to actually produce content, I really become hard on myself, and the kind of words I say to myself are so painful that no other person would want to go back to doing what they love. And so for us to love what we're doing, we need to accept the moments that we have failed to show up and just realize that they're just moments, and really just focus on doing the work instead of focusing on the negative talk that we tell ourselves to bash ourselves, to show how serious we are with the craft. Yeah, so those are the 4 steps that I'll actually be following in my path to regain consistency. I hope you guys will be here to question me and hold me accountable if I don't live up to my expectation and the expectations that I've laid bare on this platform. This is Fake Guru. My name is Remy Scott. I have exciting stories that I want to tell of various people that have seen their resilience and how they're committing themselves, and I can't wait to share them on this platform. For now, goodbye. Fake Guru.